Welcome back to the channel, you guys. Welcome back to Ironclad RC. I'm Big B. All right, I got my Deltaforce Vortex 34 out here. Gonna be running that on 6S today. Gonna do a few laps. We got some tide, so I don't know how it's gonna act in that tide. Also got my Animal Twin. Just wanted to kind of give you guys a shot of these two boats side by side. 34 inches, 36 inches, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 36. That Deltaforce Vortex is wide. It's super wide compared to that catamaran. Check it out. All right, gonna run it on 6S. Gonna get everything all plugged up. I'll see you in the water. I went back to my original setup with the ESC Longways. Got a little BEC battery right here. 88, I'll show you. Well, ain't much to see. 8400 milliamp, 120C SMC HCL HCs. Yeah, I went back to this setup because I can actually get my CG forward more so in this configuration than with the ESC sideways. All right, so let's check my CG here. That feels pretty good. That feels pretty good. It's actually a little bit forward of where I normally run it. So we'll try it right there. All right, I'm gonna get it all taped up. So I ended up putting a Grim Racer 644 on. Not sure how it's gonna turn in this tide. Yeah, it's wanting to catch in this tide. Oh, I got my CG too far forward too. Yeah, she's wanting to do some wacky stuff in this current. All my hydroplanes do this. That's why I never do big ovals with my hydros out here. Yeah, my CG's a little too far forward, but it's doing okay. Full trigger, full trigger, full trigger. Never lift. It's full trigger. I wish I had a GPS in it. I'd say about 55, 60 maybe 60. Should have run that ABC prop. That modified 1916. That runs pretty good on here. But this one right here runs cooler, you know. This 4416 Grim Racer. It's got an odd bounce there, and I really think that that's in the current. I had it at the park pond and it wasn't doing that, and the only thing I changed was my center of gravity. Uh-oh. All right, let's go get it. Sounds like I desoldered a bullet. Oh, almost dropped my controller in the water, boys. Oh, that would have been bad. I got 84 miles per hour with my shrimp outrigger earlier. Freaking insane, man. 84 with the little shrimp. Oh, it's crazy. That is crazy. Whenever I switched the ESC up, I noticed one of the bullets, you could see it through the heat shrink. You know what I'm saying? Like if it looked like it had heated up and the wire looked like it had shifted on the connector. And I was gonna, well, I wasn't gonna, I'm not even gonna lie. I noticed it, but I didn't do anything about it. Probably should have. I probably wouldn't have happened. This right here probably wouldn't have happened. It was the weekend, Father's Day yesterday when I did it, and yeah, I just didn't feel like messing with it, you know? Yeah, it probably got hot because my center of gravity was a little bit forward, you know, putting a little bit more drag on the two front sponsons. That was probably what was causing it to bounce, you know, with that forward CG. It was bouncing, and it was, you know, a little more drag than it would be if I would have slid my batteries back, had my batteries back, so she was like lifting in the front, you know. If it was lifting in the front, there wouldn't be as much boat on the water, you know, and this probably wouldn't happen. And I know all those hydroplanes, guys are going to be like, oh, Big B, blah, 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 blah. It was running bad. You got to do this and that. I don't care. I really just like coming out here and running my boats, man. Sometimes I want them to run awesome, and sometimes I just want to run them. That's the way it is. Yeah, I think I'm going to change this ESC out. I was thinking about doing a custom castle instead of spending the $269 on a Castle X8S. I was thinking about getting a ground X8S and doing the conversion, you know, putting my own cooling plate on there. Yeah, you hear that? You see that? All right, so let's check. Oh, my temp gun. I don't have my GPS or my temp gun. Yep, there's the wire right there. Let's see if it's the one I thought it was. Yep. You see how you can see that the wire has been shifted on the bullet connector? You see that? This is the end of my wire. Okay, so if you see that and it's solid and your boat works, I seen that on this one and this one. Okay, and that right there is basically telling you that your wire got hot at one point, and during the run it shifted on the connector. The heat shrink held it in place long enough for it to cool back down and basically resolder itself back onto the bullet. You feel me? So so if you see that and you got the time, or yeah, if you got the time, may as well go ahead and pull the heat shrink and just resolder it back on, so you don't have this happen to you. You know what I mean? I use a high quality solder, and I actually take my time when I solder these, and it happens. You can see the solder melted basically through the heat shrink. You see that? On both sides. All right. Whenever I repositioned my ESC last night, I unplugged all these and I actually stretched the prongs out on my connectors because a couple of them was loose, and to make sure they had good connection. So let's see. Okay, yeah, see, I heat shrunk over it so that it's waterproof, you know. So I mean, it should have had great connection. It just 6mm bullets. When I ordered this boat, I forgot to get the 8s, and I've since forgot to just, it's been working, so I just been running the 6s. That's good, it's good, it was running good. I'm happy, I had a good time with it, you know. So yep, maybe this little my accident will help some of my new viewers, you know, new into the hobby. Boats, they're finicky, you know. They pull a lot of amps, and you have to have a connector that's going to handle the amount of amps that a boat is going to pull. So I think a 6mm bullet, now don't quote me on this, I think a 6mm bullet will handle up to like 170 amps. I'll put it up here. I'll do the research for you and I'll put it up here. So when you build a boat or you get a ready to run boat, make sure your bullet size is corresponding with the amount of amperage the motor is going to pull from the ESC. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that way you don't have this happen. I don't even care anymore. Oh, it happens to the best of us, you know. So yeah, we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.